All right, all right. Freedom now, guys. Come on in, type in freedom now. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Type in freedom now. I'm LaToya McBean Pompy, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients nationwide at McBean Law. We're going to have a terrific time together today. It's probably going to be closer to the 1 hour mark and 1 hour session if we get that far into it. And I'm hoping this will be a productive time for you as well as you come on in and talk about your immigration questions, your things that are on your mind. This is a forum that will allow for you, a forum that will allow for you, Caesar, I see that, a forum that will allow you to share your immigration problem. Come on in, say freedom now, type in freedom now, type in freedom now. Caesar says that the last time he was on, he paid $5 and his question was never answered. Caesar, I'm sorry about that. We had a lot of people watching the last time and I didn't get to your question, okay? Welcome, TikTok. Thank you for being here. Double tap the screen. Again, I'm LaToya McBean Pompey, an immigration lawyer in New York, working with clients everywhere. And we're located in White Plains, New York, but we work with clients globally, truly globally, on complex immigration problems. If you're joining today on Facebook, do me the favor and share this live session with your feed. If you're watching the replay, share the link with others because you never know who will need this information. All right, come on in and type in freedom now. Thank you, guys. Let me also know where you're joining from today, what city and state. If you'd like to be on the show today, click the link in the chat. Click the link in the chat. My colleague is behind the scenes helping to moderate. He will screen you behind the scenes in the waiting room. And so you've got to be alert, okay? Because he will be asking you some basic questions. Be ready to type in your immigration issue so that he could screen you and he'll let you know when you're ready to go, when I'll pull you on to today's broadcast. Just a reminder, of course, that this is a public forum. So I'm asking that you use a lot of discretion when you share your information or share details about your problem on this forum. Okay, so use a lot of discretion. Click the link to join the show. And while you're doing that, guys, while you're getting into the waiting room, I want to discuss something very briefly with you, and it has to do with that man in Chicago who was cited. He was fined $130 by ICE agents for not carrying his green card. Did you hear about that one? And this is out of Chicago. This is NBC Chicago. His name is Cruz. Cruz, a Latino man, of course. This is what we're hearing so much about racial profiling involving the Latino community these days after the Supreme Court made that horrible decision a few weeks ago, back in September, I think, green lighting, racial profiling, and now we're starting to see this play out across the country and and in front of us on TV, and it's really horrifying. But Cruz, he who suffers from heart problems and lives in a government subsidized apartment, said ICE agents placed him in their vehicle, drove him around the neighborhood, and questioned him before verifying his identity. He is a resident, a lawful permanent resident, and he was fined $130 for not having his green card with him. He's 60 years old. He's originally from El Salvador, but he was sitting with some friends in the park when ICE agents pulled up in front of them and asked him whether he has any papers. He says that he was just looking at his phone when they got out and asked him, "Do you have your papers?" Remember, we talked about the fact that this was going to turn into a show me your papers country. Do you have your papers? The agent had asked him, and he said, "Yes, I do, but they're at home." and that I could show you them if you wanted, but I don't have it on me right at this time. And they then took him into custody and drove him around, and they eventually confirmed that he is legally in the country, and they let him go, but not before writing him a $130 citation for not having his documents with him. Okay, so green card holders, be alert that the Trump administration, this is just really the first incident that we've heard of so far about ICE issuing a fine of $130 to people who did not have their green card on them. I don't know how widespread this could potentially be, beyond Chicago. We know that this is something that we've never seen before. We've never seen that. Yes, there is a law that says that requires individuals to carry around their lawful permanent residency card, their green card. They are supposed to do that by law, and if they don't do it, they could be fined. But we have never seen, this happen before, and this raises a number of questions, particularly, obviously, on the racial profiling side. Who else will they stop and ask, show me your papers? Do you have papers? Show me your papers, okay? So this is out of Chicago. Out of Chicago. Okay, so let's get into some of your immigration questions. I do have some other things to share with you during today's show. Thank you guys so much for being here. And again, guys, if you'd like to come on the show, so that we could interact with each other, click the link in the chat to join today's show, and my colleague will screen you from behind the scenes before he allow you on this show. All right, so let's go into some of the questions that I do see here in front of me. Okay. Okay, so here's Caesar's question. Remember, Caesar had paid $5 the last time and couldn't speak. I didn't answer his question. His question is about withholding of removal. He was granted withholding of removal in 2023. DHS told the judge that he was rehabilitated and he was granted withholding. Is this a good sign, or will ICE still target me? Now, I don't know what your rehabilitation is connected to, what type of crime is on your record. Just know that your withholding of removal only says that for a period of time, so to speak, the government will not deport you and send you back to your home country, your country of birth. But it doesn't stop them from detaining you and trying to send you to a different country. It doesn't guarantee that level of protection. I would be happy, Caesar, to have a one-on-one with you to go a little deeper in terms of what happened there with the rehabilitation, and of course, I will be assessing also whether you have a pathway that would allow your removal case to be reopened so that you could pursue lawful permanent residency. That's what I would really be concerned about in screening. But your withholding of removal does not protect you completely from being detained and potentially being sent to a different country. There are things that an attorney can do, certainly in the event you are detained, to try to get you out. Right at this time, this administration is not yet targeting. Um, they're not yet targeting people with withholding of removal directly. They're not saying, okay, here we're going to just try to go after these people and just redirect them to other countries, since an immigration judge has already said that they cannot be deported to their home country. They have not done that at this time, okay? So you're still okay, but I'd be curious to know why you needed rehabilitation, okay? Let's go. Freedom now, guys. Come on in. Type in freedom now. Thank you so much for being with me today on TikTok. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen. At one point, this was a little brighter, but I I thought it was too bright, so I put down the shades and now it's a little dark. Okay, thank you guys. Let's go up a little bit. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Someone says that they had to wait 4 months for a work permit. That sounds okay, quite a, 1 to 3 months on average for most people, but humanitarian cases are taking several months for the work permit to come through. Okay. Um, I live in Chicago. How long will a waiver process take? M. Harwit is asking. It depends on what waiver you're seeking and what type of case your waiver is connected to. Freedom now, guys. Also, if you have a good news testimonial or an experience you had that was really positive with immigration recently, share your story below so that we could also share it with those who are watching today, okay? Um, I have a green card expiring soon. Let's see. I'm not sure about that. So let's go up here. The I-90 is the way to go with renewing your green card. But to submit the I-90, you're going to have to go through biometrics and be here in the United States for that. Okay, you'll need to be here in the United States for that process. Okay, I think I could bring on Emmanuel. It looks like Emmanuel is ready to go. Okay, so let's bring on Emmanuel. Hi there, Emmanuel. Can you hear me? How are you today? Emmanuel. Emmanuel,
Hi, how are
can you
you? Are
hear
you
me?
hearing me?
Hi. Yes, we could all hear you now. How are
Hello?
you?
I'm not hearing at
Yeah,
all.
we could hear you, Emmanuel.
I'm
We
not
could hear
hearing. I'm
you.
sorry.
Okay, so he might need
Oh,
to go handle the connection problem on his end and then come back. Let's pull him out and give him some instructions, the chat. Thank you, Emmanuel. We'll try to bring you back in, okay? Freedom now, freedom now, freedom now, guys. Let's see who else is on. All right. Let's go down, double tap the screen. Double tap the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Okay, we're going to try to bring him back in momentarily once we clear that issue. Okay. Okay, so Jazz 1938 is asking, can a BIA motion to reopen be denied based on an old asylum case? If ICE says a waiver involved for PD requests last year, now I-130 is approved. Jazz 1938, it sounds like you're going through a complex process there that you should have a one-on-one with us. We work on the motion to reopen to the BIA cases, but are you saying that ICE declined to join the PD requests that your attorney submitted to ICE and you have an approved I-130? So then that motion to reopen was sent to the BIA and it's still pending. Yes, of course, the BIA can deny the motion to reopen. Contact us so that we could request your records from immigration and learn more about your background, okay? Come on in, guys, if you'd like to join the show. If you'd like to join the show, click the link in the chat. Gregory is asking, what's the update on Ian Roberts? This is the former superintendent to the Des Moines, Iowa school system, and he was exposed for lying on his employment application. to the school board, and it was discovered that he has a very serious background, including drug trafficking allegations from the 1990s. He also falsely claimed to be a U.S. citizen. He had a removal order also, or has a removal order also in his absence. The last time I thought about him might have been a couple of weeks ago when all of this broke, and I have not circled back to see what's going on with him. Whether he was deported or not. If someone has been tracking that and he has been deported, or if he's still trying to fight his case, certainly tell us in the chat, okay? Freedom now, guys. Freedom now, thank you. Let's see. I'd like to bring Emmanuel back on if everything is sorted out with him. Emmanuel, how are you? Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you much better. Hear me now?
Yes, we are. How are you today? And tell me where you're joining from.
I am joined from North Carolina.
Terrific, terrific. So, what's going on with you?
All right, first I want to say thank you for all you do. Thank you for the insight, the education towards immigration. It means a lot.
Thank you.
You're helping a lot of us. You know, depression has taken us over. However, listening to your videos over and over, it bless us. Right? And I just want to say a super thanks to
Thank
you.
you for that. I appreciate your words of encouragement.
Also, so my situation currently have removal of condition pending.
Yeah.
Then I apply for my citizenship on 3-year rule, right? I just got scheduled today for an interview, but however, on the interview notice it's only for the N400. They did not do nothing for like it's a combo interview or anything. So I'm not sure I should take my wife or I should not take my wife.
Yeah, I think you should take her just in case. And also, by the way, the naturalization that you're pursuing early is on the basis of marriage. So expect potentially to be queried along those lines regarding the bona fides or the genuineness of your marriage. Is your wife able to go with you?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh
Okay,
yes.
that's great. I hear a Jamaican accent.
Oh yes, Wagwan.
Right, right. Don't let me start speaking patois here. I don't want to trip some people up. They might not understand that. Oh, wait a
Right.
minute.
Mhm.
I didn't know McBean can speak a little patois. So, but yeah, I think you should bring her with you, and just be prepared for the inquiry. I'm really glad though that that you've reached this stage. How long, by the way, was your I-751 application pending?
All right, so has been pending over 14 months. I
Over 40.
applied applied in August,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Then after August 20 this year I applied July 11th and I got an interview date yesterday for November.
Okay, wonderful. Well, keep us posted. I think you're very close to the finish line. I'd love to hear your U.S. citizenship story one day. So
I
be
definitely will.
sure to share that detail with us. Okay.
All right, definitely.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. God bless. Have a wonderful
You
day.
too. Thank you. All right. Terrific. Freedom now, guys. Type in freedom now. I'm LaToya McBean Pompy, an immigration lawyer working with clients nationwide here at McBean Law. For those of you who are just joining today's show, this is a Q&A show and good news. We're going to be talking good news today, okay? So double tap the screen if you're joining on TikTok, and if you'd like to be part of what is happening on McBean Immigration TV, jump over to YouTube and click the link in the chat so that you can be on today's show. Okay. Go to McBean Law's website, friends, mcbeanlaw.com, to see what we do and to learn more about us. We're a team of attorneys and paralegals and other professionals who are working on some very interesting and complex facts. Um, I told some people this morning during a meeting that I help people stay in America. I help people stay in America. I guess that's what it's all about now, right? I help people stay in America. So you will very rarely ever hear me say go, leave, unless it's part of your long term immigration strategy. Okay. If it's part of your strategy, you will hear us say, this is how you're going to do it, if you agree. And we'll be right there with you to hold your hand all the way to the US Embassy and then back to the United States. And we've never had any clients stuck outside of the United States as a result of any work that we've done on their behalf. If anyone is stuck outside of America and we could help them come back in, we help them come back in. Type freedom now, guys. Come on in with your positive energy and let me know where you're joining from. Leo 87 Nuts is asking about the Dignity Act. I don't have any update on the Dignity Act. Lisa wants to know from Facebook, is the 601A slowing down? Not that we've been experiencing any different processing times from the 3 to 4 year processing time, Lisa, that is on average for the 601A waiver. Click the link, friends, to join the waiting room. I do see that some people are in the waiting room, but they're going through the screening process. If you're in the waiting room and you have not yet typed in your issue in response to my colleague's questions, I will not bring you on the show until he screens you first. So please put in your questions. And if you do not, we're gonna kick you out of the waiting room because you're taking up the slot there. Okay. So let's keep going. Double tap the screen. Okay. Let's see. Let's go down a little bit here. Trilene, is it Trilene? Says, my husband got his 10-year green card. He is now in the US and he's working. We're bringing our boys over from the Gambia. Thank you for the information and for standing up for freedom. So that's good news. Congratulations, Trilene, on her husband getting his green card, and they're in the process of bringing the children over from the Gambia. Excellent. Good to hear that. Is Leo is asking, is advanced parole for DACA advisable right now? I say yes. I say yes, yes, yes. If you're eligible, if you have a good explanation for travel and the government approves it, then yes, do it so that you could get that lawful entry back get that on your record so that you could adjust your status. Absolutely. Thank you. Patience says, thank you for what you're doing. You're helping a lot of people. Your advice is amazing. Thank you, Patience. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting our work. Sheik is asking, can a withholding of removal person be able to adjust his status in the United States? Absolutely. But in order for it to really work, you'll have to reopen, Sheik, the removal case and get that withholding of removal terminated, get it off your record, so to speak. And then you could adjust your status, okay? Thank you, guys. Double tap the screen. Double tap the screen if you're joining me today on TikTok. Thank you so much for being here. And share this live session with your feed on TikTok. Someone says, Amar says, they denied my citizenship on TikTok. So, Amar, I'm sorry to hear that. I would want to, if we have an opportunity, we could look at what happened there and see whether you're still within that window of opportunity to consider a hearing on that decision. If you're outside of that, thank you guys for the gifts. If you're outside of that window of opportunity, we would want to also check to see whether yours is a case where you must wait a little bit longer before you could apply again, reapply, or whether it's something that you could do right away. So book a consultation with us. You could call our office, friends, at 914-898-9488, or go to info at McBean Law by email. Email us at info@mcbeanlaw.com to see whether to book a consultation. Okay. to book a consultation with one of us. If you have a notice of intent to deny or a request for evidence, we're able to meet with you very quickly to look at those emergency notices and help you to navigate the issue. Or if we need to respond for you, we will do that. If you are, there, if we find a way forward for you. Okay. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Push this back just slightly. If it can go back. Freedom now, guys. Let's see. Okay, let's bring on Sunny. Let's bring on Sunny. Let's bring Sunny into the show today. Sunny, come on in. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you, but I'm not seeing you.
You're not seeing. That's interesting. There you are. Thank you for blocking your screen. Are you still there? Sunny?
Hello?
Hello? Can you see
Hello?
me?
No, I'm.
Sunny, I see you in your store. Can you see me?
Oh, all right. If you, I don't mind. I don't know how to see. The main thing you see me. How are you doing?
You're at work. You're in the
Yeah,
store.
yeah. I'm in the store.
What's
What?
what city are
Thanks.
you
Thanks.
located in?
No, actually, um, before I apply for my green card, right? I had a business overseas. I'm the person who messaged you about the who had a green card and most of the time being overseas.
I
Hello?
don't know what you're talking about because Sunny, we get a
No,
lot
on the
of
chat. On the chat.
messages.
All right.
Oh, in the
Sorry.
chat,
Uh,
in the chat.
yeah,
Yes.
on YouTube.
So
Yeah.
what's going on?
So
What's your question?
hear my question, right? Most of the time, before I apply for the green card with my wife, right? I was living. Well, I'm doing business overseas. I have a clothes store, right, in Trinidad. So, but most of the time, I'm in Trinidad, but I come like every 4 months to the USA and then come back. But my green card is expiring March. So you think am I getting in any trouble to renew the green card?
Probably not in, no, I don't think you're going to get into any trouble with respect to renewing your green card. I think that could be fairly easy for you. The only, issue could ever possibly come up, come your way, possibly, hopefully it won't, is just at the airport with customs, maybe asking you a few extra questions about what's
Yeah,
going on while you're in and
yeah. Well, I
out.
travel every. I know how to
You know how to handle that, right?
yeah.
Okay, good.
And yeah, that is an on the next question, right?
And then this will
Actually,
be the last one because I have a lot of questions on TikTok also waiting.
okay, no problem. Actually, my married wife, we kind of separated like 1 year now, and I now got a baby with a next person. So I can apply for the baby, or I have to do the divorce first.
You're saying that the wife who you got your green card
Correct. We
through,
separated like
you're
1 year now,
separated from her, but not legally divorced
but
yet.
not legally.
And
We're
you
still
have
legally married,
and you are with someone else
and
and
I will have
you
a baby.
yeah, it's gonna be, I think, so first of all, I never tell anyone to get married or to get divorced. So you're not gonna hear me say, oh, go divorce her.
Correct.
Okay, that's your decision to make.
No, like what
But
advice you could give me?
I will say this, that filing for this out of wedlock child while you're still married to the lady who gave you the green card can
Oh my
raise some concerns with immigration during that I-130 process for the child. So,
correct.
yeah,
I could do the divorce first.
if you choose to.
Okay, thank you so much. And thank you for your service. Thank you for helping everyone
Oh,
and
yes.
giving us the advice.
Thank you for being here. You're in Trinidad. Awesome. All right. Good
Yeah.
luck to you. Keep us
Thank you.
posted.
Have a blessed day.
You
All
too.
right. Bye bye.
Bye. All right. So here's the thing. I try my best not to get into those gotcha moments. Oh, gotcha. I got McBean on camera saying that this person should do, I try to be so careful with that. That's why I'm sometimes a little vague. Um, and I'm very I try to be very careful about what I say. Double tap the screen. Thank you guys for being here. Great questions, though. Thank you. Let's see. Will the government shutdown push back the Judge Haynes' signing of the DACA ruling? I don't think so. I do not think so. Um, I do not think so. I'm just trying to think where things are with the federal courts. I do know that. Here's the thing. I know that, for instance, here in New York, the Southern District of New York, which is federal court, which I'm a member of now, finally admitted. Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord. And also to the Eastern District. When the government shutdown happened, they sent a nice little letter saying that they're going to pause most every case except for immigration. Cases are still going through. Immigration, that's a priority for this government. And although federal courts around the country, I don't know about other courts, but I do know about the federal courts here in the New York area. They are still moving forward with immigration related cases. So I assume that's the same thing there too in, I think, Texas, right? Where that case is pending. I think it's in Texas. Double tap the screen. Thank you for your great question. Um, let's see. I'm a Canadian citizen with a US citizen parent. Is it a bad time to file for an I-130? Hira is asking. Hira, I don't think it's a bad time to file to be filed for. Okay, let's see. Um, Freedom Now. Let's bring on Lillian, okay? Lillian, thank you for being here. Come on in. Let's bring her on, okay? Bring Lillian on. Hi there.
Hi,
How are you today?
I'm fine. How
You
are you
sound like
too?
a nice person. How, Lillian, where in the world are you?
Oh, I'm in Maryland, Bowie precisely.
Oh, okay. You're in the Bowie, Maryland area. We have a lot of clients in Maryland. Um,
Oh,
so, Lillian, what's going on? Why are you here today?
yeah, I'm here today because I had an immigration case that was 2003, 23, sorry. So,
Okay.
I was issued, how do they call it? A temporary protective status,
TPS for which country?
Cameroon.
Cameroon.
So
Okay.
yes, and the lawyer, they gave me a chance to appeal, which my lawyer didn't do it, and I was totally blank about it. I didn't know anything, so he didn't do it. And when I renewed my work permit, it came expired because he placed me under a TPS. So as I speak now, I cannot even work because I have an expired work permit.
Okay.
So my question is, can my case still be reopened?
What case is this? What case are you referring to?
An immigration case?
An immigration case.
Yes, ma'am.
So, an immigration case, that's vague. It's fine if you want to keep it that way. The government, once a case is denied, the government says in its decision letter that folks usually have 30 or 33 days by which to appeal that decision. Has it been longer than that?
Yes, it has been longer, and later on, I discovered that the lawyer was suspended, which I didn't know. So he
Is
didn't care about it.
Oh, wow. What we would have to look at, Lillian, if you and I were speaking one on one, is I would want to know. Obviously, I would know by that point what type of case I would be talking to you about, but I would be looking to see if a refiling is even possible, if there's still eligibility for a refiling, or if that
Okay.
window of opportunity has closed or ended. So, if you'd like to talk more transparently, I'm happy to do that. Just
Okay.
get a
Should I call?
consultation.
Should I call the number on the screen?
Yeah, call the number on the screen, the 914 number, and our phone lines are open until 8 p.m., Monday through Friday, and until 6 p.m. on the weekends. And book a consultation with me, and say you could also say that you were on the show.
Okay,
Not
okay,
offering any incentives at this time for saying that, but I'd like to know that those who are on my show actually followed up and booked that consultation. So just let's talk privately, okay?
okay. Then, the name, please.
My name is
Yeah.
LaToya. My name is LaToya McBean Pompy. McBean Pompy.
Okay.
All right, attorney. So
Thank
just
you.
say that you'd like to meet with attorney McBean.
So,
Okay,
what time can I call you tomorrow?
call me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the office is open from. You won't get me tomorrow. You just call between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
Okay.
All
So,
right?
but I would love to speak with you since I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yes. Yeah. And again, just say that you were on the show today and that
Okay.
you'd like an appointment with me. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very
I
welcome.
appreciate. Mm-hmm. Bye
Bye
bye.
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 All right. Thank you, Lillian. Come on in, guys. Double tap the screen on TikTok. Thank you for being here. Today, we're answering some immigration questions and talking about some good news stories. Can a green card holder travel internationally? Shini is asking. Yes, they can. Yes, they can. But you should not travel internationally, green card holder, if you have a criminal record. It's very, very risky now. Okay, it's a risky situation. Once you get into the chat, if you'd like to be on today's show and talk with me directly, just go over to McBean Immigration TV on YouTube and hit the link in the chat, and you'll be joined in our waiting room, and my colleague will screen you. So be prepared to answer a few questions before we bring you onto today's show. Type in freedom now. Freedom now. Okay, let's see. Epic, Epic, the 112 is asking, I wonder how does this work, having a congressional inquiry about this, because I have an I-130 filed in 2022 and it has been stuck in that process. So Epic, when you can absolutely go speak with your congressman or congresswoman about your long pending case. The first thing that they will want to check on is whether you're in a category for which a visa is already available for, and that you're outside of the government's process and times. If they find that you are outside of the process and times, they could put in an inquiry for you. And sometimes that does work, absolutely. Other times, you will need to work with a lawyer to file a mandamus for you, which is a federal complaint that will force the government to make that next move, Epic, in your case. And we do those types of cases for our clients around the country. Baba is on Facebook. Baba, I have not seen you in a long time. How are you? And freedom now. Um, so you could do the mandamus if your case is ready for that step. Okay, it's a very big step, and we would be happy to do that for you if we find that your case is a good fit for that. Freedom now, guys. Thank you so much for your gifts. Thank you for being here today on TikTok. Double tap the screen if you'd like to be on today's show. Certainly go over to McBean Immigration TV on YouTube. And there you can hit that link in the chat and be screened before I bring you onto the show. How long does it take when your case is at the National Visa Center, NVC? So it depends on how quickly you're able to work on that visa application, work on that affidavit of support, get everything ready and the application, and be documentarily qualified. The wait time will depend on what's going on at the U.S. Embassy in that you're going to be interviewed at. For some embassies, there's really no wait time. It could be the following month that you'll get your date. For others, it could be a year. So it just really depends. Come on into the wait room. I see that some folks are in the wait room and we're waiting for you to respond to the screening questions. Be on alert. Look at your phone. Look at your phone. Do not look at me. Look at your phone and see the questions that my colleague is asking you. Otherwise, you will not be pulled up to today's show, and I'd love to speak with you. All right? So look at your phone, guys, and answer those questions. Freedom now, guys. Baba says that I'm okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Damien on Facebook is asking, what paperwork do you need if you want to file for your citizenship if you're still married and want to file? So look at the instructions, Damien. Look at the instructions for your N400. It will tell you that you're going to need to show some bona fide, some evidence of your togetherness, living together, and you've been together over the last, 3 years. And the list on the form, focus on what's on that list, and go into that interview prepared, okay? Thank you, guys. I see that the waiting room is filling up. However, I don't see that folks are ready yet. Follow the instructions, guys, so that you're screened properly before we bring you on. Let's go down. Let's go here. Teddy is asking on YouTube. I applied for the I-130 petition for my mother earlier this year. I looked on USCIS's website. It says the processing times is 13 months. Do you think it will be that long? Or is it possible for me to hear back from USCIS before that? I think it's possible, Teddy, that it could be sooner than that. This is an immediate relative petition process. Okay, that you're looking at here. So I think it'll be okay. It might be sooner than the 13 months. Um, okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we'll bring on Iris. Iris, come on in. Hey there, Iris. Iris, we cannot hear you. Iris,
Hi.
there
Hi,
we
hello.
go. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
You're in a serious situation, Iris. Do you
Yes,
already have an attorney helping your family?
we do.
Okay, that's good because I know that you need one. So happy to answer your question about the situation. Just give us a quick briefing.
Okay. Okay, so my husband was detained at his USCIS interview. He was 4 years old when he came into the country. He did have a visa, but unfortunately, there's no record of that visa.
Okay.
This was in the year of 2000. Dad lost visa, so when we were at the interview, they basically detained him due to the fact that there's no record of that visa. They said, regardless, he's still here with no status. So
So
now,
this is just so we're all clear. This is an I-130, I-45 interview
yes,
through an U.S. citizen spouse. You?
yes,
Okay, I want you guys to hear this carefully. And so he didn't have proof at that interview of his lawful entry into the US when he was just a baby.
yeah, he was a baby, and the lawyer we had said that with his affidavit, it would be enough evidence as a Kilentan entry.
USCIS, before that interview, USCIS didn't, there's feedback. It's a little distracting. I'm hearing myself. Um, USCIS before your interview did not ask for an I-94 or a visa stamp or anything like that.
No, nothing at all. They the day before our interview, we had just gotten the approval of the I-165, his work permit. Literally the day right before the interview.
So the I-765 work permit was approved the day before the interview. I see that your I-130 was also approved, but that approval happened, I guess, after that
The
interview, right?
Yeah,
But
that approval happened.
they detained him at the interview.
Yeah, it happened that same day. She said, "Okay, I'll go ahead and approve your marriage petition." And then she asked me if I could step out of the room because they were going to ask him questions on his 485. And
Right.
then that's when
Questions
I
on
kind
his
of,
485 were related to his criminal record, right?
yes, yeah,
Okay, so he had, there was something that happened when he was 19,
yes,
and that's the basis for which they detained him, right?
Yes, even though so on the notice to appear, it doesn't it just says
He's here
your
without papers.
yeah,
It
yeah,
doesn't talk anything about the crime. And the reason
no,
for that is because it's not a removable offense, but what is removable is the fact that he's here. Guys, I really want you to understand this scenario. This is very when I've been talking Iris about how cruel USCIS has been lately, and
yeah,
this is definitely an example of that because here you have someone trying to do things the right way. Yes, he
yeah.
has a criminal record. I don't know. Did your lawyer tell you whether a waiver is available for that criminal record?
He told so when we started this process, we hired a criminal immigration lawyer. He said Gonzalo's crimes back when he was, this was over 10 years ago. My husband's 29. He said that we need no waiver. We don't even need to do the post conviction relief because he's like, these are non deportable crimes. He's good. You guys are good to apply for AOS. So that's kind of
Yeah,
why.
but it could be a non-deportable crime, but it could also be an inadmissibility problem.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like um, that's what's going on here.
Yeah.
Is this a drug-related offense or is it a non-drug related offense?
Non drug related.
Non-drug related.
Yeah, no, it wasn't drugs or DUI. It was in the state of California. It's a PC 459. It was a burglary.
Ooh, but
Yeah.
still, so what do you want to hear from me now live? Okay,
So
so that's a serious crime.
yeah.
Okay, he could be deported potentially for that, but it could be fought. The thing is this, that any crime where theft is the underlying element,
Hmm.
um, it is considered a crime involving moral turpitude, and a person could be deported based on that.
Hmm.
Did your lawyer explain that to you?
Yeah. Well, he just said in the state of California that PC 459 isn't a deportable offense due to the way that it's like that it's stated or something like that. That's what because now we have a new lawyer. That's kind of what he's telling us now as well.
Yeah, so the way we would work it out, obviously in the smart way, we would have to do our own research
Okay.
and advise you accordingly. But I will say that theft as an underlying element is a very big problem to deal with
Yeah.
from a removable standpoint. Um,
Yeah.
so we would want to look at his criminal record carefully and further advise you on the best options and even whether a possibility of a waiver in court, which we've been able to achieve for some clients with very serious backgrounds, um,
Okay.
a waiver in court as well. But if you'd like I guess a third opinion, I don't know,
Yeah. Yeah.
we should do it the intelligent way by having a one-on-one.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. I'm sorry you're going through this situation. It's very unfair for the government to have done this, to detain him at that interview. That shouldn't have
Yeah.
happened. But
Very
also,
unfortunate.
your attorney should have prepared you a lot better, though. Did the attorney know about this criminal case before filing that I-45?
Yes, because like I said, he was a criminal immigration lawyer, so that's kind of why we went to him in the first place. And yeah, he actually didn't even go with us to the interview. He said there was no reason for him to go, that Gonzalo was safe, that being detained was not an option, that that wouldn't happen to him, and
The lawyer voluntarily backed out of going to an interview?
yeah, he said it was he was about 2 hours away from where the interview would be, so he
Oh,
said
okay.
that yeah, so he said he did that he would be presented through Zoom, but he said he didn't need to physically be there, so yeah, but I mean he still got detained, so
That field office is allowing lawyers to join the interviews by Zoom?
yeah, this was in Fresno, California.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, but
yeah,
anyway, if you'd like to go deeper, let's do it one-on-one, and we'd be happy to help you. Just again, say that you were part of today's show and that you'd like to meet with me. I'd love to meet with you and keep this going.
okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
bye bye.
Okay, that was great. Thank you, Iris, for being here, guys. The I-130, I-45 interview is something that that you have to approach very strategically, because you just heard Iris say, although she has an attorney, I would have probably advised her differently. I wouldn't have said, okay, don't, I don't need to be there, or no one from our firm needs to be there. It's going to be a breeze. When I know that this is a very serious crime of burglary, that is a very, very serious crime. USCIS will see it that way, and they would want to take action, because this administration has that mindset now. That's the orientation that they have. If they see a criminal record at their office, at your interview, then they're going to want to take some action. So definitely take heed and learn from this situation. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Hold on a second. Thank you. My colleague is reminding me about something. Let's bring on Donna. Let's bring Donna in. If you're in our waiting room, please just know that you are being screened, and please answer my colleagues' questions. Is Donna next? Am I?
Hi.
Hi, Donna. Am I
Hi,
right?
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Donna, where are you located today? Thank you for the
I'm
gift.
located from San Jose, California.
Okay, California is really in the house
Yeah.
today.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so what's going on, Donna?
Yeah, I filed my case removal of condition. I'm waiting for for the approval with that. But before that happened, way back last year, my we have some argument with my husband. It's just
Mhm.
I throw something on his bag, and then his bag is containing with what you call that, with the power bank, and it was on his forehead.
I'm
And
sorry.
then
Start over. I'm sorry. You said you threw something
yeah,
on what?
I throw a bag
Uh-huh.
in the front, in the face of my husband, which
Oh,
was containing a power bank.
oh my
And
God.
then but I didn't know
Uh-huh.
there's a
Right.
power bank in there.
Yeah.
And then he was so pissed off, and then he called the 911.
Ah,
And then that's why the 911 bring me to the jail. And then until I went to the, changing the clothes into green, something like that. But my husband, after the 8 hours, my husband bring me out from the jail, something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah. He bailed you out.
Yeah, he bailed me out. And then I have supposed to be a court hearing last October, I guess. But when we're on that date, I don't see my name in the courthouse. And then we asked that on the clerk, and then they said that I don't see your name in here. And then they just give me a paper that there's nobody file you a case, something like that. Do you think it can affect on my application in removal of condition?
Yeah, because you were arrested for what appeared to be a domestic violence incident. Did you have a criminal lawyer helping you on the criminal side to make sure that there's no mistakes here, no warrant, or nothing bad could happen on the criminal side?
No, no, I don't get any
Did your husband
lawyer about
dismiss
that.
your husband dismissed the charges?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he
But
just
he didn't file anything against me. But I'm still live with my husband. We're still
yeah, you're
together.
still right. I understand that, but he officially just dropped it, just dismissed those charges against you.
I don't
Oh,
think
did
so
it,
because
did
he
he?
didn't file anything.
Oh, it didn't get that far. But you said the police came out to the home, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And you were taken to jail, and he
Yeah,
then
I was
bailed
taken to
you
jail,
out.
everything, the fingerprint.
Did the DA ever speak to you, the prosecutor? Did you ever have any discussions at all?
No, no, no. I didn't. I went to the court, and then on that day supposed to be my court date, I don't see my name.
Yeah, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, something, it might have just dropped off. I don't know. I don't do criminal work. particularly in California. So I can't even advise on what could potentially happen there. But on the immigration side of things, certainly, yes, they can, ask you for your arrest record. And if by an RFE, by sending you a request for evidence, if they ever get notice of that arrest, they might
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't know. The other way that this could go is that if they do call you guys in for an interview, you should go with a lawyer and be prepared to, for your husband, he needs to be prepared to explain what happened. And somehow that lawyer needs to show that so that was all dismissed, taken care of, dropped, and it's over. And it was just, it's over. It was dismissed. But you've
Oh,
got to
okay.
stay on top of it to make sure there is no administrative error on the side of the court, um, just so that you fully understand what they have on record for you there.
Mm-hmm.
That I think you've got to really drill into and work with a lawyer, a criminal lawyer, to look into that for you. Okay.
Okay, okay.
All right. I
S-
wish you well.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, thank you for that. Looks like we have another domestic violence scenario. Irvin. Irvin, come on in. Let's bring Irvin in.
Counselor, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Awesome. I'm great. How about yourself?
Terrific. Are you also in California?
No, no, I get that a lot. I'm actually from Mexico City, so big hug and greetings from Mexico City.
Great. No, the only reason I asked is because the last two were from California. So what's going on, Irvin?
I appreciate your time. So, yes, my father, fortunately, my brother's actually a U.S. citizen. He married with basically like an American girl and fixed his papers probably like 8 years ago or so. So
Okay.
so he filed for my mom. She came in with the visa, and as we did, and basically she was able to get her residency, and she's about to become, well, she's gonna hopefully this year or next year apply to become a citizen, right? Anyways, my dad got the letter saying, hey, your case is still in process, and but he's going to be required to go down to Juarez on the other side of El Paso, basically for a kind of like the interview, right? Section of this. So he pretty much has to go down there, and I just kind of had that doubt. I don't. He about this was more than, wow, 18 years ago. He had a domestic charge against my mom. They kind
Okay.
of got in a little fight or whatever,
Okay.
and he kind of like pressed her arm, and basically went to jail. Fortunately, like immigration didn't put a hold on him. But I saw some that were being approved and some cases that were not being approved. They're still together, by the way. They were separated for a moment. They're now back
And
together.
this was 18 years ago, right?
Yeah, and this was a long time ago. Exactly, exactly.
Okay,
So,
so he
mhm.
has to leave the country to be interviewed at the U.S. Embassy. He's eligible, obviously, for a waiver, right? He's been here he came in without entry.
Yeah, he came in without a visa. He pretty much, in that case, like swam across the river in that moment in time. So, basically, that's kind of like he doesn't have a valid entry per se. But yeah, that just to answer your question.
Okay, okay. Does he have a waiver pending?
So what my brother's telling me, this was the I-130 and the I-797 that both have been approved, and he just got a letter from the National Visa Center that they received the approved, basically a petition
Yeah, the
from the.
I-130. They
Yeah,
received the approved I-130. Is he working with a lawyer on his case? He's
yeah,
been busy with,
we're
uh-huh.
working with a lawyer right now. The only thing that's pretty much pending is an actual date. So I was telling my brother, don't push too much, just because this administration, I was hoping maybe he could push next year, not right now. So basically, I've heard of mandamus and stuff like that, but we didn't want to sue, and I just kind of told him, hey, like, just let's just take it a step at a time. They'll call us, or they'll call him in this case whenever they're ready for him.
Right. Yeah, I'm only thinking, maybe a waiver could potentially be needed, but, he has an attorney. Hopefully, his attorney advised him properly about that, the criminal issue. That could come up, of course, it will come up on the visa application. Did you have anything to do with or review the visa application to see whether he had disclosed his arrest related to that criminal matter?
No, I did not, but I spoke to my brother, and they were kind of well aware of that part, and so he did go ahead and disclose that.
Oh, that's good. That's good because he doesn't want any surprises at the U.S. Embassy level. So, what question did you have for me, though?
It was really like, in this case, I mean, it was a long time ago. The real thorough question, I mean, would be kind of like he doesn't have anything to be afraid of, right? I've seen other places where, other cases where they could be approved, some could be denied. So it's kind of like probably, I don't know, what would you say,
Yeah, I would
50-50?
say I can't even say 50-50 because that would, I'm not going to, that would be premature of me to even say that. I think that we would have to look at his case and his background carefully, and that criminal issue. And then also, I don't know if he needs a waiver or not, maybe, and the timing of that waiver and what waiver he might need. So those are the things that we would have to advise him
Mhm.
one on
Okay.
one. And now that he's just there waiting, I think now is a good time for him to get second opinions.
Okay, sounds
Because
good.
leaving the country, as you know, I could tell from you sound a little anxious about it. It's a very serious deal. So he really wants to make sure that this is looked at from all angles. So I don't think it would hurt him to get a real second opinion on this.
Oh, absolutely, and I completely agree. That's
Hmm.
one of the things that I wanted to reach out to you and kind of ask. But that does give me a lot of input, so I appreciate that. And we are considering the hardship factor due to my mom, as well as like
Yes,
um,
exactly.
possibly doing basically like the waivers and getting ready in that sort of sense. So
Thank
yeah,
goodness, at least he is eligible for a waiver. He has that relative, which is great. So I think it could work out very well for him, but slow it down a little bit to make sure it's being done properly.
absolutely. Well, I appreciate your time and thank you so much. And we
You're
definitely
welcome.
appreciate everything you do, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Thank you for being here. Bye bye.
Have a good one. Take
You
care. Bye.
too. Okay. I'm actually supposed to be in a meeting right now. Uh, okay. Um, let's see how much more time. Keep me posted. I'm supposed to be at someplace else, but a lot of you are here. Beverly is asking how I did say that out loud, didn't I? I sure did. I can't leave yet because a lot of you are here, particularly on TikTok. Beverly is asking, how do I get a chance to call you? Yeah, Beverly, you could call us at the number on TikTok there. It's 914-898-9488. And you could schedule a consultation with us. Happy to meet with you, okay? Happy to meet with you. Let's see. Um, let's go down a little bit. I might be able to bring on maybe just one more guest. I know that this room is packed, but I have a meeting I really need to get to soon. Let's go up here. Oh, one quick question from Inderpal. Inderpal is asking, how long does the VAWA package receipts take? I filed in August. It's for us, we're seeing 6 months, like a 6 month wait just for the receipt notice, saying that they have received the case from what I understand from my colleagues. Carlos, I'm not sure about the post-conclusion voluntary departure. I don't know what you mean by that. So I'm just scrolling through right now. Um, let's see if we could bring Ja on. Ja. And as you're coming on board, I'm just looking for those with a very quick question as we are wrapping up our show, and a lot of people are still waiting. And
Hello.
Ja, how are you today?
I'm good in you.
Good. Where are you joining from today, Ja?
New York. And I wanted to say thank you for your services and always centering it around faith as well, because sometimes
Yeah.
with all this chaos, you get, wrapped up in all the darkness and ugliness that's happening in the world.
Definitely, yeah. I'm a woman of God. uh, what do you think? What is it? WOG, whatever.
What
Anyway,
would Jesus say?
whatever. Let's go with your question, Ja.
Yes. So my spouse came in through the CHNV in 2023.
HNV. Okay. Hmm.
Yes, we had a matrimony of this year and submitted all files by Valentine's Day, and everything since been on pause. Meaning, I was
Oh yeah.
expecting at least work papers, between 6 to 9 months. That's not happening. There's no updates whatsoever, and it's like I know there was the hold that they had at one point, but then the Supreme Court lifted the hold for anybody that came through that program that there should be able to go through adjustment of status. But I feel like, how do we really know what's happening or not? Because there's
Did you receive receipt notices though after filing?
yes, we did.
Was any biometrics done as well?
Yes, the
Okay.
following month.
Okay. And this is a marriage adjustment of status case, and you're
Yes,
here in New York, and you filed it in February. I think it's still in process, and then it was placed on hold, of course, through that terrible policy by
yeah,
the administration. I think you should be okay. It's just that uh, that might have slowed it down a little bit, but I haven't heard anything recently about anything extraordinary that's going on with those people who were caught, like yourself, who was caught up in this,
yeah.
the hold. I think that it's your case is being processed. It's just, and
Mm,
it's still, you're still even within the normal processing times, even if setting aside the drama, of course, with them placing the cases on hold.
mhm.
I still think you're still within processing times for
Even though
America.
there's certain people like they're like, oh, I filed within less than 3 months. They got
Yeah,
everything.
and
I'm
we
like,
have those cases too, Ja, in which it is, some marriage cases are moving much faster than others. We have some traditional ones that are taking a long time as
oh
well.
wow,
Yeah, so it's, there's not a whole lot of consistency with immigration because, as you know, every case is different. So I think you're on track though. I think just hang in there. I think you're
okay.
fine.
And we don't need to do anything regarding this thing that came out last night about $1,000 to re-parole because they had canceled the paroles for, and
Yeah,
they
that's it. This is only for those who, from what I understand, for those who have, and I don't have that language in front of me, and I didn't even
okay,
work on the carousel that our team posted. But it's not, it doesn't apply to the CHNV because they're not going to be re-paroled and it's not active anymore. It's over,
yeah,
right? So I don't think that's anything you need to worry about.
okay. Thank you so much for all
You're
the
welcome.
clarification.
Keep us posted, please, on your husband's case, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Okay, let's bring on Adam real quickly. Adam, come on in.
Hello.
Hi, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for all what you're doing. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. And Adam, where are you today?
Uh, Calling from Texas for what?
Okay, Fort Worth, Texas.
Yes, ma'am.
One day we have to talk about that entire year that I streamed Dallas, all 14 or 15 seasons.
Uh,
Um,
wasn't aware
anyway,
of that.
I'm sorry.
I said I wasn't aware of that.
No, you missed the joke. It's okay, Adam. So tell me, Adam, what's going on?
Okay, so I currently have a pending asylum reschedule interview. Uh,
Okay.
I had it scheduled back in Virginia because I was back in Maryland. But when I went for the interview, they told me I didn't change my address, so they couldn't hold the interview over there. So they had to transfer it to Houston. So when they transferred that, it's about 3 months now.
Okay.
In my online account, it keeps saying they're working on rescheduling for an
Yeah.
interview. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I checked it yesterday. They told me they're working on rescheduling, but owing $100 fee because the
Did you
new.
pay it? Have you
No,
have you
I,
paid it?
no. They said they're gonna send an email,
Oh,
like
right. The
email,
notice.
yeah, a notice, but I haven't received any. So when I was looking at it online, I went to the website. It says those who filed after October 2024, but I filed all the way in 2017. So I was wondering what could be the Like
Yeah,
how do
you still have the obligation because it's for those who you have an affirmative filing at USCIS right
Mhm.
now, and it's an annual fee for those who have a case pending. Um, uh, and so you will get that notice and you'll need to pay that. You're connected on your to USCIS through the online account?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And by the way, I just know about this issue from a distance.
Okay.
Okay. When
Oh,
I say distance, I mean a real distance. I
mhm.
saw a screenshot from that is being sent out to those who must pay that fee, and I see the notices being sent through that portal. I'm sorry, the online account. So keep watch over that and pay that fee. But I think your question has to do with marriage, though. That's what I see in the screening.
Yeah, I'm also like I and my fiance we're planning of getting married next year March.
Okay, is she a U.S. citizen?
Yes, she is.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
ma'am.
Congratulations. She gonna
Thank you.
file for you if the asylum case doesn't work out?
Yes, like yeah, that's my second plan. So like I wanted to see like I really appreciate your shows. I wanted to see if like I can connect with you on that to see like how we can work through this.
Yeah, absolutely. We work with people in this very scenario of having an asylum case, then they have a marriage case, and the nuances that need to be looked at.
Mhm.
We're happy to look at this for you. So just give us a call, and we'd be happy to work on that. But your marriage is in March, so
Yes.
come to us a little bit closer to that time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks,
Am I
Adam.
see you in person? Like
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, come in person. We have in-person consultations, Zoom video
okay,
consultations, and telephone meetings.
okay, I appreciate that, man.
Okay, thank you. Where did you say you're located again?
For what, Texas?
Fort Worth. Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna fly over to New York to meet
No,
with us.
then if I give a call, will I be able like to talk to you like one on one?
I'm sorry.
I'm saying like if I give you a call, like the number on the screen, will I be able to talk to you one on one, or am I gonna talk to someone else?
Oh, you could ask to meet with me.
Okay.
But so this is about your marriage case, right?
Yes, like
Potentially, yeah, you could ask to meet with me, and they'll put you onto my calendar.
okay, okay.
All right.
Thank
Looking
you.
forward to it.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, bye.
Okay. Let's bring on Muriel. Wow, this is really active today. This is the best call-in show I think I've had since I started this. Muriel, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Where are you today?
I'm from the DMV area, Maryland.
DMV. You had me thinking, why did you do that to me?
I'm sorry.
She's trying to see if I'm alert. Is she really alert? Uh,
Yeah, I'm calling from Maryland.
okay, okay, thank you. What's going on?
So I am heavily pregnant and due soon. Um, my husband is Canadian, and we did apply for his I-130,
Okay.
and luckily yesterday it got received a message saying it was approved,
Oh,
and it
good.
was sent to
Without
the
an
I.
interview. Without an interview.
Yeah, we got an interview. Yeah.
Great, great.
So I think it went to the next process, but we were wondering if we should do an adjustment of status or we should just
Is he
skip
here
to
with
the
you?
normal.
Is he here with you?
He should be here soon.
Okay, so and you're heavily pregnant. The decision is certainly going to be yours. Certainly, your husband, if he decides to stay here with you and the new baby, you can do the adjustment of status when he gets here. Um, but he has to physically be here in the United States, and you could just file that case, the
Yes.
adjustment of status case. Okay.
We were just wondering which one will be faster, just in case he has to go. Like he wanna be here for the baby, because over there they can have a longer paternity leave. so he can block 6 months
So
to
when I
stay.
meet with people one on one, I kind of figure out what else is going on in their
Mm-hmm.
life, right? Like for some people, they have a job back in their country or a business that, they have to get back to. And, so this whole issue about which one will be faster comes up within that kind of discussion and context and
Mm-hmm.
what the long-term plan is. And so the way that I look at things, if the long-term plan is for him to be here with you and the baby, and he changes his mind and say, okay, let's just I'll just stay because
Mm-hmm.
you need me and the baby needs me. Well, that's your personal decision to make, and immigration will leave that decision alone. And but adjustment of status out of your area, this would be what, Baltimore. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what the process and time is. Look at USCIS for Baltimore under the I-45. Um, and what part of Canada would he be going through? Because that's the other consideration, is the embassy process. It's fast
He
in
lives in
Canada.
Quebec.
Yeah, it's fast in Canada, really. I don't really hear much problems with get folks getting an interview scheduled for any of the Canadian embassies.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
good to know.
So
Thank you so
anyway,
much.
you're very welcome. Thank you for calling in, and good luck with the baby. Is it a boy or a girl?
Girl. I don't know yet. We
Let's be
planning on knowing on
surprised.
that day. Yeah.
All right. See the way God intended it. A surprise. Just be surprised. Okay. So thank you so much. Um, I don't know. I think we have to stop allowing folks to get into the queue because I'm not going to be able to get everybody going here. Okay. Get everyone on today. I have to uh, get going. I think I'll just take one more, and it would be Chirinos. Chirinos. Can we bring Chirinos on, please? If Chirinos is still in the queue, is that person still here? Okay, that person looks like, okay, they're gone. Let's go down here. Let's see the last one. Let's bring Loy on. This is the last one. Loy, Loy, Lo,
Yes, Lloyd.
Loy. Loy.
Yes, it's Lloyd. Yeah, hi.
I did get it right. Thank you.
Yes, yes,
Hi, how are
you did.
you?
Hi, I am well. How are you doing?
Good. Where
I
are you
have,
located today? Where are you today?
yeah, I have two questions really.
No, no, no,
If
no.
there's
Hold
still,
on before you
okay,
go
one.
there.
Okay, that's
No,
fine.
no, no,
Yeah,
no. Let's slow down. Back up.
yeah.
Where are you located today?
Oh, sorry. Delaware.
Delaware, the small state of
Yeah,
Delaware. Now, your
yes, yeah.
one question, please.
Okay, one. Oh man, I will have to. Okay, I'll just choose this one.
Come back on. Come back on another time, but just give me one question.
Yeah, yes. So I have a concern about what's considered like criminal record. I'm just saying that because my my ex-wife, out of anger, she filed domestic violence against me. I didn't do anything to her, and then weeks later, it got rescinded by her. So I
You
was
mean she
wondering if
dropped it? She dropped it?
yes, I think that's what rescind means, right?
She just dismissed the charges, right? It's over.
I think
Okay.
so. I'm worried because I've been trying to go overseas, and it kind of come in my mind.
Are
Okay, if
you
I
a
go
green card
overseas,
holder?
yes, 10 years.
10 years green card holder. You were arrested for a domestic violence
No,
charge.
no, no, not arrested. She
Oh,
just went to court and filed that, the domestic
oh,
violence
like an
against me.
order of protection? She took out
Yes,
an order of protection against
y-
you based on
yeah,
all these things that she told them?
yeah, and then she rescinded it up 2 weeks later.
Okay, I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine. You weren't arrested for this,
No, I was
fingerprinted,
not.
mugshot, and all of that, to go into the system in that manner. I think
Okay,
you'll be fine. Still a little risky because customs might see something and query you about it, but you were never even arrested for this. It didn't get that far.
okay.
Okay, so
I
I'll see you next time for your next question. Okay, thank
yes,
you. I
definitely.
almost
Thank you
gave
so
you that
much.
opportunity, but thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Guys, before we go today, I want to share your good news stories. You guys, a lot of good things are happening with immigration still. Okay. And so we we recently got some good news stories from you. Matthew 7:7 says USCIS interviewed me in under 5 months. Next month is our oh, it's been 5 months since I filed my case, and next month we will have our I-130 interview. So the good news there is that his case is moving faster than he expected. Say what 7150 says, my brother let his green card expire for 3 years. He had a blemish from the past. We were all scared and stressed out. He applied for renewal and got his green card last week. Big relief. Thank you, Lord, he says. Elizabeth James 8374 says, I had my work permit approved on September 16th, 2025, after applying in May of 2024. That's a long time to be waiting for a work permit. She says, I'm trusting God for my green card approval very soon. Mr. Haas says, I sent my I-765 application for renewal on September 5th. USCIS cashed my 520 check on September 10th, and I received a notice of my approval in the mail on September 16th. Great. And then Steve Campbell says was going to pay. All right, I'm going to read it exactly what he says here. He was going to pay an attorney to go with him to his USCIS interview. And I told my wife, I'm going with God. We went. Yes, tension was high, but it is not as scary as the internet makes it seem. The internet. I wonder who he's referring to. The internet. We brought all our evidences, and the officer didn't even look at it, guys. They asked us 3 questions. Number 1, how did we meet? Number 2, our birthdays. And number 3, how long we've known each other. We spent 1 hour and 40 minutes in the interview socializing, laughing and talking, and instant approval. I got my green card in the mail 10 days later. That's great. That's great. And we also shared a great story. Our success story of the week was shared with you guys on Sunday. After a decade of denials and removal proceedings for false claim to U.S. citizenship, our client got her green card. Our client, a woman from Kenya, finally won her green card after a decade-long legal struggle that started because of a tiny, honest mistake on an old job form, the I-9 form, where she accidentally checked the box for U.S. citizen or U.S. or national in 2009. Even after marrying a U.S. citizen, her case was repeatedly denied and she was placed in removal proceedings. McBean Law argued that the old form was confusing and proved the client never intended to lie, which led to her removal case being terminated. After her husband's third I-130 petition was approved, the firm filed the final paperwork, the I-45 adjustment of status, and she was finally approved for permanent residency in September, just a few weeks ago, actually, guys. So really, really happy for you guys and happy for our client. Also, before we go today, I don't know what happened to this clip. It looks a little differently from what I saw earlier. Before I go today, guys, check out yesterday's YouTube video about denaturalization. Are you at risk? 10 categories, new categories that the government is working on. All right. I'm really studying these days citizenship stripping because we see it happening from many different angles. Birthright citizenship, the Civil Rights Act was argued just when was that, yesterday or the day before in the Supreme Court. This denaturalization, and they're looking to ramp that up. So citizenship from many different angles is really on the table. So in my 3-part series on denaturalization, I started it yesterday. I published the very first one. Are you at risk? So go watch that on McBean Immigration TV to learn more about this issue. Friends, I thank you so much for being with me today. Again, you can reach out to us at 914-898-9488 or go to mcbeanlaw.com where you can book a consultation with us. If you're new to me on TikTok, Please follow, subscribe on YouTube, and hit the notification bell so you'll be the first to get notice of my videos each week. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll try to do another live over the next couple of days. There were a lot of questions that I wasn't able to get to. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for being here. And friends, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.